In recent months, a noticeable shift has been taking place in the Korean entertainment industry, not on stage, but in the courtroom. With the growing normalization of hate comments, misinformation, and targeted harassment, agencies and artists are no longer staying silent. They're responding decisively, and the message is clear: enough is enough. So let's take a closer look at three recent cases that highlights how the tide is turning and what that might mean moving forward. Okay, so Aespa, IU, and Wonyoung. First of all, Aespa. On June 5th, SM Entertainment announced through official channels that it had filed legal complaints against individuals responsible for malicious online posts targeting girl group Aespa. These included defamation, personal insults, and manipulated video content. What's significant here isn't just the lawsuits, it's the timing. SM revealed that several perpetrators have already been identified and are facing criminal penalties, including suspended prison sentences and fines. The company has vowed to continue its monitoring efforts and pursue legal action as needed. But what caught many fans' attention is the volume of recent hate. While Aespa has dealt with negativity before, the surge in malicious content this time has been hard to ignore. Online communities show signs of fatigue, like where once users stepped in to condemn hateful comments, now they often scroll past with an indifferent, like, let them handle it or something. This apathy, which is coupled with the hypersensitivity around political interpretations in Korea, like such as reading hand gestures as coded political endorsements. It reflects a troubling climate. Some footage clips appeared timed for controversy, and even when accidental, idols were left scrambling to explain or apologize. And with Aespa's comeback now slated for June 27th, the group faces an uphill climb to steer attention back to music and away from noise. Whether they succeed may depend less on the quality of their songs and more on how willing the public is to separate performance from controversy. All right, next case is IU. Singer-actress IU continues to face ongoing online abuse, but the justice system is finally catching up. In a recent ruling, a 40-year-old woman was fined 3 million won for posting sexually explicit and defamatory comments about IU online. This wasn't her first offense. In fact, the same individual had already been fined for similar behavior in 2022. And despite having prior convictions, she denied the allegations and claimed her comments weren't directed at IU. The court disagreed, affirming that the comments were insulting enough to damage the singer IU's social standing. The repetition of this behavior highlights a frustrating, fact. Like, legal consequences don't always deter repeat offenders. But what's changing is that these cases are increasingly being brought to light, so to say, and that persistent harassment is finally being met with sustained legal pressure. Okay, so that was case number 2. Last but not least, Starship Entertainment and Wonyoung. So perhaps this is the most impactful case in recent memory. Involves Starship Entertainment and a notorious YouTuber known as Suing. The channel was known for targeting multiple idols with edited, misleading videos, especially IVE's Wonyoung. The channel became a symbol of reckless monetized defamation. Suing. There. And so in a landmark ruling, the court ordered the YouTuber to pay 50 million won in damages to Starship. That's in addition to earlier criminal convictions, which is a 2-year prison sentence, which is suspended, and tens of millions of won in damages awarded to individual idols like BTS V and Jungkook, Kang Daniel, and Wonyoung herself. What sets this case apart, though, is scope. Starship not only pursued civil and criminal lawsuits in Korea, but also used U.S. legal tools like discovery system to unmask the anonymous YouTuber 탈덕수용소, making it the first time a Korean company has publicly identified and held accountable an overseas-based anonymous online harasser. But I think that in this case, the person herself was based in Korea, but as you know, YouTube and Google is based in the US, California. Now, Starship's statement made it clear. This isn't just about one artist, it's about setting a precedent. In their words, this case sends a strong warning to cyber wreckers, cybereka, who profit by damaging others. The company has pledged to continue real-time monitoring and to enforce accountability for all forms of digital abuse. And I would say there was a time when fans were expected to do the defending while artists stayed above the fray, so to say. But that era is fading as hate becomes more calculated and legally questionable. Artists and their agencies are no longer content with waiting it out or issuing vague apologies. The public plays a role too. The shift from outrage to indifference, so to say, in fandom spaces has its consequences. Because a comment left unchecked, a false rumor passed along, or a silence mistaken for guilt, these all contribute to an ecosystem where hate feels normalized. So what's clear now is that companies are treating this not as a PR issue, but as a legal one, and that changes everything. Because in the end, whether you're a fan or an industry insider or a casual observer, there's a principle, If someone is hurt directly or indirectly by content you post, share or you ignore, accountability shouldn't feel optional. Because, silence might protect a brand, but it rarely protects people. And K-pop, this industry, is all about people. All right, so there we go. Let me know if you have any opinions about these issues. All right, feel free to share. Peace and love. Bye-bye.